Don't answer it!
Don't answer what?
The door.
What did it say?
I don't know why that's funny. Two jokes I thought I wouldn't laugh at, I actually laughed at. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new, my name is Mike, and today we are starting the Burnett Show, Part 8. This is episode 23, 24, and 25. I just want to say thank you for all the support and all the comments on the Burnett Show so far. I am having a lot of fun discovering new actors and just kind of new talents on the show as a whole. The skits have been pretty good. Well, I've not enjoyed every single one. The vast majority I have, so it's just been fun to see. But I kind of wish that they would bring back VIP just a bit, because we had that for the first couple of videos, and then they kind of took it away. So I hope that does come back either later in the season or in future seasons. But from what it looks like right now, it doesn't seem like that's going to be an ongoing thing. But I do wish that it would come back just a little bit here and there. So with all that being said, guys, let's just get into these 3 episodes of the Burnett Show.
Welcome to our show this evening. Tonight we have with us the lovely, talented, wonderful Miss Nanette Fabray, and a gentleman I've never worked with before, and I've been a fan of his for umpteen ages, Mr. Carney.
Both have been on the show before. I just don't remember what episodes.
How can I stand working with all these gorgeous men around me? Very well.
That was the only question that they took from that.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the big pictures of the season is a movie called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, starring Sidney Poitier and Katharine Hepburn. Tonight, the Burnett Show presents its version of that controversial film.
This is coming to dinner. What has a dinner?
Very nice, Tilly. Now lay out the best china and linen, and I want fresh flowers for the table. I believe the calla lilies are in bloom.
That accent, man, that accent.
I want you to change. Junior is bringing someone home for din-din.
He actually looks pretty good.
Finally got himself a date?
Yes.
He's only 36 years old.
It seems like only yesterday he was playing with his choo-choo trains and his little rubber quack-quack.
It was yesterday.
Of course it was yesterday.
The little quack-quack.
Hi, Mums!
The big quack-quack.
The big quack quack.
I think there's something I should tell you, Mums.
No, darling.
All right.
What should be a mannequin? No, but a mermaid.
Mums, this is Ethel. She's going to be my wife.
Hello, I'm going to faint. What is he going to do?
Well, I was concerned about what you were going to do, Mums.
Oh, well, don't worry about me, son, really. Don't worry about me. I'm going to kill myself.
Let's talk this over sensibly.
Sensibly? You want to talk things over sensibly when you're going to marry a fish?
When you're gonna marry a fish.
She's worked very hard to overcome her environment. She's vice president of Marineland. She also has 8 college degrees, and she just... No! Ethel, that's a no-no!
But it's Friday.
I don't know. I don't get it. What was she gonna do with it?
How do you do, my dear?
Hello.
I do like that she rolls low when she says it. He's got a puzzled look on his face.
Did I see what I saw?
Yes, you saw what you saw.
I don't believe it.
Believe it.
Holy mackerel.
I don't know why these are actually getting me, but they're actually getting me pretty good.
Must you skip everywhere? You have very strange taste. This month you're bringing home a guppy.
Well, now.
How does any mermaid get to meet a man? I just lured him onto the rocks.
I was on my boat.
Sitting on the rocks, singing and giving him the old lure. When I'm calling you.
The siren song you were singing.
There's nothing personal in this, my dear, but I don't particularly want a mermaid in my family.
Your family? Well, what about my family? How am I going to explain him?
I believe in equality for everyone, regardless of race, color, or creed.
Good.
Except fish.
Except fish.
Why don't you try and give the children your blessing?
All right, my dear. I will. Oh,
Yeah, stop skipping everywhere.
you've been a big disappointment to me.
How, Dad?
I always wanted a son.
Junior and I must get married right away. You see, if I'm out of water too long, I spoil.
Yeah, she loved the other thing.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, there we go. Oh.
What did you say your name was again?
Ethel. Ethel Mermaid.
Ethel Mermaid. Ethel Mertz.
Aren't you a little old for Junior?
What do you mean?
Well, obviously you're no chicken of the sea.
Yeah,
Have you and Junior talked about children?
Oh, well, who needs Junior? I just swim upstream and spawn.
that was good. I like the facial expression. Why do you walk so weird?
Love is the most important thing in any marriage. Oh, there'll be people who laugh at you.
Like us.
Like us.
Statistical facts are in your favor. I've never heard of a divorce between a man and a fish. You have my blessings.
Thank you. My heart is overflowing with joy and happiness. Let's go have Din Din.
Yes.
Just don't eat the calamari.
Let's go have Din Din.
What are we having?
Fish.
I hope it's nobody she knows.
That one was good, actually. Fashion on 10th Avenue.
I know I'm jealous, Mom, but I can't help myself. If Harry's just 1 minute late from work, I think he's with another woman. The little hands on the 4, the big hands on the 6. That means...
What'd you say? Big hands on the... I'll catch it in editing. I was yawning when that came in.
Oh, Harry, you missed me too.
Those 5 flights of stairs.
Kiss me, Harry.
Oh, wait a minute.
Harry.
98 degrees outside. I don't need your hot breath all over me.
It's been 12 hours and 43 seconds and 10 minutes since she kissed me last.
You kept count.
Just lay it on me.
I don't think I would want to have a kiss right now, honestly.
Oh, Harry, Harry!
Oh, Harry, Harry. I wouldn't have dropped her either, but still.
The very first time a woman ever flipped a wig over me. You listen to me, Dirk! You listen to me while you're lying there. I told you once, I told you 1,000 times, don't mess up my hair.
If you had hair,
I didn't want you to know it wasn't mine.
he does. It's just thinning on top.
Oh, it went all right. Oh. I keep telling them no starch. You know, the garbage business has changed.
Yeah?
They got no glamour no more.
You were with a woman today, Harry. Oh, no, don't you deny it. There's
Sure.
lipstick on your collar.
That's a
See?
piece of tomato fell off the truck. We're gonna see.
I don't want you to go out no more.
I gotta pick up the garbage people don't deliver.
What are you doing? Part of me thinks he wasn't expecting that.
Speaking of mingling with people like a woman, I know they're all crazy about you, Harry. Who were you with today, Harry? No. What's their name?
Garry.
Gertie who?
That's you.
Oh, I know you meet a lot of beautiful women in your work. Shameless hussies in their negligees chasing down alley after you with their bags of garbage.
You gotta get rid of this insane jealousy of yours.
I can't.
Yes, she is.
The trouble is, you should have married a less
Kind
attractive
of jealous, but also I doubt that he does have hundreds of women throwing themselves at him.
The mailman. We're not home! No, Harry, no, please don't. No, Harry.
How'd you like to swallow your teeth? It's Stella Brannigan.
I hate her.
She's your best friend.
Not while you're home.
How are you home?
I'm not interested in your husband. Honey, in fact, no one's interested in your husband.
No one?
No one?
You can't resist him. You're just like all the others. Look at that specimen. He's got something. I don't know what it is, but he's got it.
How about animal magnetism?
What do I want with Harry? I've got a slob of my own downstairs.
Slab of my own.
I won't stand in your way. I'm leaving. And I won't be back for hours. Ha-ha!
They didn't do anything.
All right. I'm wild about Harry. Oh, boy. I just long to touch him.
Don't touch my hair.
Yeah, he's very sensitive about his hair.
Love him to pieces, that's what I want to do. Oh, Harry, my own secret love. Now, Gert, aren't you ashamed?
Yeah.
What do you got to say?
I'm gonna kill you.
You just ended a beautiful friendship. That's 15 years right down the drain. In the future, I think it would be better if you didn't handle my garbage no more.
Your insane jealousy has driven away anyone that's ever close to you.
I still have you.
Oh, no, you ain't got me.
Harry.
You ain't got me. Just take the last good look at you, Harry. Take the last good look.
No, Harry, please.
Goodbye,
don't leave
Gertrude.
me, Harry.
Bye,
Oh, please don't.
I'm gonna choke you out.
One more chance.
Yeah.
Gotta promise me one thing.
Anything.
No more insane jealousy,
I
right?
promise.
Can I borrow a cup of sugar, Gertie?
What's with this sugar? This is the third time this month you've been here. You're just after my Harry. Now get out.
Gertrude, you're sick.
In the head.
How could you do that to that old lady?
I'll do what I want. She's my mother.
I really like the font, though. That was kind of cool.
I want to bring out my dear friend and the man who did so much for me, Mr. Garry Morre.
I didn't realize how hard I was working until I came to visit Carol this week and see what she has to go through, which is what I used to have to go through. I wouldn't do that again. She's out of her head.
Yeah, it does take a lot to actually put on a production and you know, be the host as well. Each person has their own role within making the production.
It was in Chicago when we first met on a radio show called Club Matinee, and that was 1940.
40?
That makes it 28 years.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, that's just amazing right now that there's people that are actually, you know, from the 1940s, and there are people still alive from the 1940s. Don't get me wrong, but to see them, you know, that young back in 1968, they don't actually seem like they're like, you know, old like, you know, grandpa or old person that they actually still had kind of, you know, I don't want to say character, but just to see them more lively, I guess, or more energetic. I know that sounds kind of mean, and I don't mean for it to sound mean. I'm just trying to, you know, come up with a great way to say it, even though I'm failing at that.
A lot of people, you know, awful nice to you in front of your face, but boy, I'll tell you, you know, you can't trust them. Well, I know it sounds foolish, but it's absolutely true. And I want to say that if I ever get a chance, ever again, to work with Durward, I know that everything is going to be fine. Well, now, this is too syrupy, Durward. I'll see you later, Carol.
That people are nice to you in front of your face, but kind of mean behind your back and stuff. And that was just kind of funny right there.
Intelligent beings like ourselves who are undoubtedly as interested in us as we are in them. In fact, it is entirely conceivable that a spaceship has been sent out from Mars and has already landed somewhere in our midst.
Science Fiction Playhouse.
Isn't this exciting?
It really
Let's
is. This is
look
something.
around.
Oh, boy.
What? Where?
No, honey. That's no monster. That is you.
The human version of you.
And that's the way they look.
Yuck.
You know, I could never make that sound, and that would annoy me too. My sister would do that all the time. She could do this thing with her cheek where she could just hit the cheek and it would make an annoying sound as well. It annoyed me so much.
To find out about this thing that they have called television.
Oh, yes.
We think it might be a new secret weapon.
Oh,
So be
dear.
sure to keep your eyes open, all right?
Yes, I will. I'll keep my eyes open.
New secret weapon, television. We've got a much stronger weapon called the internet.
Try to remember where everything is.
All right, let's see. Eyes.
Yes.
Ears.
Yes.
Nose.
Nose.
Mouth.
Mouth.
Oh, that's a big one.
Ear, eyes, ears, nose, mouth.
All women have big mouths.
But I was gonna start singing that song, but I can't remember the rest of it. Eyes, ears, nose, and mouth.
By the way, if we happen to see an earthling,
Ugh.
you watch him very carefully because we have to do exactly as he does. Otherwise, we're liable to be discovered.
So we're gonna play Simon Says.
Give me a kiss.
No, not now. Someone might see us. All right. Come here, baby.
You
Got quite an elbow yourself.
got quite an elbow yourself.
What is it?
A short monster with a long nose.
Sure.
Let him in.
Are you sure?
Yes, let him in. Open the door.
I'm your next door neighbor. I just dropped by to say hello and make you welcome. My name is Garry Morre.
My name is Fred Smith.
Fred Smith?
Yes, and this is my wife, Mary.
Well, glad to know you.
Glad to know you.
Glad to know you.
Why don't we sit down?
Oh, what a good idea.
All right. Yeah, sure.
You do it first.
Would you like to have a cigarette?
Oh, thank you. Aren't you going to have any?
No, I just put one out, thanks, but you go right ahead.
I wonder why that would be. Why would you offer someone a cigarette? And not have one yourself. Common courtesy, I think, but still. Just kind of weird.
That was very good. Thank you. Tell me, Mr. Morre, what do you do here on Earth?
What she really means to say is, what on earth do you do?
I sort of dabble around in television.
Television?
Yes.
You're in television?
Yes.
His reaction just. It's kind of funny.
Well, I wasn't the greatest, but I wasn't that bad.
See, we don't know anything about television.
You mean you've never seen it?
No, never.
Well, where have you kids been all your lives? On Mars? All this time, you two, you've been putting me on.
And then put me on. I like the setup there. I really do like the setup.
That my wife has a very sexy elbow. I mean, a very sensitive elbow.
If you two have actually never seen a television set, this is a television set right here.
Oh.
You turn it on with this knob.
And it's even got an antenna on the top.
Well, it's not a secret weapon after all.
No, of course it's not.
All right, Selma, which of these handsome bachelors do you pick?
That's the announcer for the same show, though. Keep forgetting his name.
I'll take number 2.
She's crazy. She should have picked number 1. Look at the elbows on it. Would you like some popcorn, sweetheart?
Yes.
Popcorn.
When Chrissy was living with us, Roger and I always tried to set a good example.
We were getting another Sis and Carol and Sis skit.
I met Roger in the restaurant where his company was having an office party.
So something tells me that hiccups are going to be involved in this.
All right, come on, Carol.
Show me the way to go.
Oh! So this is where we live. It's a nice house.
You get in here before you lower the property values.
Ooh, you're mad at... Ooh, a sunken living room. You're mad at me. Now, don't say you're not.
Now, she's high on something, I know that.
You won't hurt my feelings.
All right, I'm mad at you. If you can't drink, you shouldn't drink.
So she's intoxicated.
You to put booze in the punch bowl. Not that it was a bad idea.
The waiter, $5 to have the piano player play the wedding march.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Here comes the bride.
There was no piano player.
Oh.
But then who was playing the piano?
Nobody.
Well, he did it awfully well.
Shut the door. Go upstairs and sleep it off. Next time, don't drink on an empty head.
Empty stomach, I think you mean.
Carol!
Wanna buy some Girl Scout cookies?
I don't know why that was so funny, but it was.
Just had a couple of glasses of punch.
She smashed. Smashed?
Smashed!
I'm putting you to bed.
Woo! My husband will kill you.
Will you go get some black coffee?
That's a good idea. It will settle you down. It's for you. I didn't even hear it ring. Is this the millionaire?
Oh, come on, millionaire. Don't answer it.
Don't answer what? The door. What did it say?
I don't know why that's funny. Two jokes I thought I wouldn't laugh at, I actually laughed at.
You stole.
Excuse me, but is this the Greenstones' residence?
Oh, that's the next house.
Thank you.
It's okay, Roger. False alarm. I can't drink that.
Why not?
Doesn't have any fruit
Oh,
floating
never
in it.
mind. Will you drink it? What's the matter?
Yeah, the punch was better.
The punch was better. When I first started drinking, I think it tastes, absolutely terrible. But then as the more and more I drink, I don't actually mind it for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it just works that way.
Hi, I'm your welcome wife. I climbed down the window and out the grapevine.
That was pretty fast.
Will you get upstairs?
Here goes my scholarship.
Don't worry. We'll work it out. Here's some coffee.
I forget what Mythbusters said, whether or not this actually works or not. I don't think it actually works, if I remember correctly. Or they might say it'd be plausible. I haven't seen that show in a long time.
Move around. Get the blood circulating. Come on, let's go. Up and down. 1, 2, hot, 2.
Here we go.
No, too many ups and downs. Forget it.
Yeah, too many ups. Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling a little better.
Huh?
My head's clearing a little bit.
Good, good. All
See
right,
if I can walk a straight line.
All right.
Hey.
Good.
See?
Yeah.
You can't get the
Wow. I don't know where we are in the count because it's been a while, but I forget if they're tied or if they're not tied or what it is right now.
Welcome to our show. I'd like to tell you about who we have on tonight. We have a very funny, nice lady, Miss Imogene Coca.
Imogene Coca is back.
And a terrific guy and a terrific singer, Mr. Mel Torme.
I haven't heard of him.
What's your name?
Jim Tilly.
Hi, Jim. You have on braces? How long have you had them?
About a year.
About a year. I should have.
I should have.
You married?
No.
Have you ever thought in terms of an older woman? Thank you, Jimmy. There was a fellow in some hippie beads that had a question. Did you have a question? No, or did you? Oh, you wanted the lady. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just attracted to your jewelry. Do I support Pat Paulson and his bid for the... I love Pat Paulson.
I don't have any history on that, so I can't really provide any details on that.
You want me to do the Tarzan yell for you? Sure.
Will you stop? She's getting a kick out of it. I don't think they ran that by her.
You just stay right where you are. That means back there.
Welcome to Walter Windrum's Wonderful World of Women. I bring together two women of opposing views and goad them into a terrible fight.
This should be interesting.
My guests are the wives of the two opposing candidates in the coming election. Betty Harper, wife of Senator Ralph Harper, and Margaret Thompson, wife of Congressman Charles. I must say, you two certainly don't act like the wives of husbands who are political rivals.
Oh, Betty and I are old and dear friends. We leave the politics up to our husbands.
Right. I am shocked and surprised because usually my women guests, get into hair-pulling contests. That's what gets my show its fantastic ratings.
I don't doubt it.
Well, I'm afraid it's going to take more than an election and our husbands being political rivals to break up the friendship that Margaret and I have. Right, dear?
Right.
And something's gonna happen just now to do that.
The election coming along.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautifully.
Marvelous.
Everything is going so smoothly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start first.
No, dear, no. I interrupted you.
Betty?
No.
Please, darling, please, do me a favor and start first.
Are you sure?
Positive. Oh.
I guess you did see the latest Drew Harris poll.
Nope.
Ralph was leading Margaret's husband by quite a margin.
Do you have any comment on that, Margaret?
Well, that poll was conducted in an area.
So they do like nicely, but they insult each other.
Conducted in an area where Ralph has never been before. Don't you remember? The people didn't even know him.
Well, that's the advantage.
I happen to think Margaret's husband is the nicest man I have ever seen. All of Washington knows how good he is to his secretary.
Oh, yep.
I'm not going to comment on that remark, Walter. I know that Betty is under a tremendous strain. Any wife is whose husband is trying to quit drinking.
That's not true.
Her eyes got big.
Charles has served his country well. Ha! Plenty of proof of that. All you have to do is read his honorable discharge.
If you can read German.
How about some more coffee here, ladies?
I'll pour Betty's coffee for her. I know just how she likes it.
Okay.
Of course.
A little water?
Say, ladies, before you leave, do you have any parting shots?
Please. Yes, we do.
I can't comment on any of that stuff because I wasn't around yet, of course, or kind of what but if you guys want to fill me in kind of on the background of that, you guys can. But I just don't know enough to comment on like what actually is happening in the real world and stuff like that at that time.
Pennsylvania is very quiet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Most of the time. Your loving daughter, Cynthia.
Is this gonna be Igor?
Igor, would you mail this letter for me, please?
How can you love?
Little kiss for your hubby. Give your hubby a kiss.
How about a handshake instead of a kiss?
What's the matter? Don't you love me?
No, it's not that. I'm just getting anemic, that's all.
How is Junior?
Oh, he's okay. Made the Little League baseball team today.
Good. What position?
Bat boy.
Bat boy.
Here, try this. It's something new.
New?
Yeah.
Well, that looks like blood.
But it's not blood.
Well, it smells like blood.
It's not blood. Taste it and see.
Probably like chilies or something.
It certainly doesn't taste like blood. What is it?
Tomato juice.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be my second guess. Tomato juice.
8 years of marriage and all I have to show for it is a permanent hickey.
That was actually pretty good.
But I'm crazy for you.
Will you stop that? When are you going to learn that you're 600 years old?
But I have the heart of an 18-year-old boy. It's in my room upstairs.
That's disgusting.
Nag.
You know, not once in 8 years have you ever even taken me out to a restaurant.
But you'd rather have a bite here.
Oh, for...
That was good too.
Hey, Dracky, come here. I've been meaning to talk to you.
Yes.
Dracky.
Couldn't we get rid of Igor?
Of course not. Igor has been with me all his life. And afterwards, too.
Yeah, I know, but he's so ugly.
Well, my dear, not everyone... After all. Oh, after all. He cannot be, and besides, we need more help. Besides, who can...
I like that she stuck out her tongue. It's kind of funny.
Come on, I want to go with you.
No, I fly alone.
Oh, take me along. If you don't take me out, I want a divorce.
A divorce?
No, a divorce.
All right. Then I'll turn you into a vampire. In one moment, I will have the power.
What was that? It sounded like a cuckoo clock.
You are in my power. Stay in my power. You are going to become a vampire.
Yeah?
Yeah. In spite of all the evils of darkness and television, you are a vampire.
Yes, I am a vampire.
Round your vowels. Say good evening.
Good evening.
That's better, but you have to round your vowels.
Blown bets,
The vowels. Open your throat. Tip of the mask. Let me hear the vowels. The vowels. Let me hear the vowels.
Brown bets, bleed, black, blood.
By George.
There you go. Yep, that she's got it.
Where is Junior?
He's in his crib.
Good. Good morning, Belle.
Good night, Melvin.
Night, Myra.
Are they drunk? They must be drunk off their ass. Okay, that was a weird reaction.
I hear a waltz.
I can't hear a band, Mel. I don't understand you at all.
Let's keep dancing down the street.
Mel, I just don't hear the beat.
You're kidding. Listen. Papa, schmalzi and easy. Eins, zwei, drei, so wie easy. Dance with me, Liebchen, like Ava or Jaja.
Very well, darling, if that's what you want, pile it on me with the
Oh,
jewelry.
it's diamond time, all right?
It's diamond time, all right.
When I want a melody.
Yes?
All around the house. By Joe, by Jing, by Strauss is the ting. So I say to rock and roll, head out. But I want a melody by Strauss. And the house, and the house, and the house. Do you remember when waltzing was square?
Now it's the coolest sound in the air.
The whole world is swinging to three-quarter jazz.
Waltzing is here.
Kind of talk during this just because I want to hear what they're saying, but at the same time it's a reaction. So
One lucky day, lovely love will come your way.
Your troubled heart soon will be humming.
you can see kind of the boom a little bit. I think just disappeared.
Have you heard the news yet? Love's around the corner.
Some little boy who's just like you still needs someone to be true to.
One fine day, lovely love will come your way.
I did hear a waltz, what a miracle, what a miracle.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Night.
All right, guys. That was episode 23, 24, and 25 of the Carrie Burnett show. I really liked some of the skits, and actually, a few of them grew on me over time. And to explain that, I gotta kind of explain what happened with these sets of videos, or these sets of episodes rather, while editing them. So to kind of understand where I'm coming from with that first statement, um, I had recorded episode 23 back in January. Um, so I recorded it, and then shortly thereafter, I felt very, very sick. Um, and on top of that, I had basically started a new job on top of uh, doing that episode at the same time. So I recorded it, uh, and then I started the new job, and then it took me a while to get that actually edited and stuff like that because of the new job. But on top of that, I actually got sick. So on top of trying to edit the video and do, um, you know, um, do my new job as well, and being sick, um, it was just too much for me to handle. So I had to kind of let go of um, editing the first episode in the first place, or episode 23 rather, um, and just focus on the new job and me getting better at that point in time. Um, that being said, um, episode 25 actually got filmed in early February because I started to feel better. Um, Started to actually feel like, I could get through a, sit down to watch an episode of the Carol Burnett show and that sort of thing. Um, and I got through it, but I still had, and I started to feel a lot better too, but I still had a terrible, terrible cough. And I mean, the type of cough where just out of the blue, I would have these coughing fits. Just out of blue that would last for like 2 to 3 minutes long. Um, and it got so bad to the point where it was causing me to wake up in the middle of the night because I would go to sleep and then I would just have a coughing fit in the middle of the night and it would wake me up and I would just cough for 2 to 3 minutes and then go back to sleep. So somehow I got episode 24 recorded without having a single coughing fit, but you can hear it in my voice as well. So that's what I kind of wanted to bring to you know, wanted to tell you guys is if I sound a little bit off in um, episode 24, it's just because I'm I was recovering from being sick because I had filmed that in early February, um, and um, and really didn't. After I filmed that, I kind of waited until the cough went away, which was early March. So I filmed it in early February, but I didn't edit it until about early March. Um, and the then episode 25 I filmed about a week or two ago, and um, I filmed that, and then what I did is I went back to episode 24 and edited that episode um, when I was a little bit better, but still under the weather and that sort of thing. And that's why it doesn't have like any of the comedic jokes I like to put in there or making fun of myself um, for your guys' amusement or to ask questions or anything like that. So it doesn't have any of the, questions or thoughts during the actual stuff that I posit um, to ask questions or anything like that, or to add commentary to that would be in the post editing process, um, or the post recording process when I add like little tidbits and stuff of what I'm thinking when I'm editing. so it doesn't have that in there. So, and then like I said, I recorded episode 25 about a week and a half ago, and I finally got around to editing it and finishing it probably last week at some point. I can't remember when exactly, but um, but yeah, I basically so these 3 episodes are uh, even though they're together in one video, they were basically spaced out about a month apart from each other. Um, and uh, the reason, the reason why it's getting done now is I everything is starting to calm down a little bit um, with the personal stuff that I got going on. So now I can get back to basically making videos and making content and stuff like that again. So that is the start with this episode, or with this video, is basically the start of my return. But that's kind of the editing side of editing these 3 episodes together, is that they were spaced out 3 months apart when filming, or when they were filmed. So what I've done too is after I got done editing episode 25, I went back and watched all 3 episodes together, um, within, uh, a basically one sitting. That way I could get my thoughts and opinions about the skits. Uh, that way you guys would have this outro. But anyway, that's the editing side of um, what it took to kind of create this video and what I had going on during this video, as far as that goes. So I just want to let you guys know that's what's been happening, at least with the editing portion um, of this video in particular. Now, to talk about the skits themselves, um, first we have guess who. I say guess what. It says guess what's coming for dinner, but that doesn't roll off the tongue um as much as I just want to say guess what um who's coming for dinner instead of guess what's coming for dinner. And I know why it is what, but to me it just doesn't roll off the tongue. But during the introduction of this um skit, they said that this is a parody of um a movie that was badly received. Um and I don't know what movie it is because I don't think they mentioned it, if I remember correctly. Um but and this is what I was talking about earlier, is when I said this skit, I really didn't like it initially, um at all, really, and then it kind of grew on me as I was editing it, and time elapsed and stuff like that, and it's actually probably like, I like it. It's not gonna be my favorite skit of the Carol Burnett show, but it's grown on me enough to say that I like it now, um, and stuff like that. It's so I I do like it, and for some reason, the skit reminds me of that Jonas Brothers song. I've been to the year 3000. So that's all I could think about while watching this skit, actually, and I do remember that um, quite quite clearly. The other thing that it made me think of too, and it was just kind of a one-off. It's the song that I Hate Mondays, and basically the person that uh gave the reporter that famous line. I'm not gonna really go into details about that because that is a touchy subject for some people. But if you know what I'm talking about, um, and stuff like that. but it just reminded me there was a line in there, something about what day it is, but it's for, I think they said it, but it's Friday or something, and it just reminded me of the um I hate Mondays and how that all came about. But um I don't want to talk about that because um I'm not real. I know the, the meaning and story behind it, but I just kind of want to leave that there. I don't want to kind of touch on that more than I already have, so to speak. Um, the next skit we got is the Passion on 10th Avenue. Um, this one I thought was good to, well, all right to good, I would say, or all right to okay. Um, it's skits, it was a skit that has been done so many times in so many different versions. It's more like, to me, it's how well you can execute that, and they did a pretty good job of executing it and stuff like that. The one thing that I liked about it was, uh, forget the guy's name, but husband, the husband was like, "That's the first time a woman ever flipped a wig over me," and I thought that was uh, uh funny, but also at the at the present time, I didn't think it was that funny. But then I thought about it, and the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I thought that that line was improvised because Carol had been dropped to the floor, and her wig, um, that what she was wearing, basically came off, and I think uh, the Harry basically improvised the line. The actor improvised that line, and I thought that was pretty smart and clever of him. So I think that part was improvised, but I think the, actually dropping of Carol was planned. It wasn't, um, but I just thought that that line in particular by itself was improvised, just because it got a huge laugh, um, more so than you would typically expect for something like that. So I think that was improvised. Um, and then we had going into the next scene, we had science fiction playhouse. Um, there are, I do like the, um, I do like the skit in itself, and I think it actually parent again, um, basically would, uh, pi- what am I trying to say? It basically pioneered, um, what would come later because it, uh, using uh, different body parts as something else. So like the elbow thing is their mouths instead. It's kind of interesting. It's been done after this, um, very well, and it's done really well here too. Um, I like that the flowers are popcorn and that they are um, that they're basically uh, enthralled with television, thinking it's a weapon. Um, in some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. If you want to take things, you know, uh, just depends on how you want to take it. Because in a sense, I could see how television was so popular back then, and the messaging and power that had with advertising and stuff like that. So in a way, it is kind of a weapon, but not in a way of, you know, in a way that they're thinking or you would typically think of a weapon. But basically, it is a way to um, do marketing or advertisements or propaganda for anything. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, and it made me think of that, even though it's never or implied or hinted at or anything like that, um, for this skit in particular. But I just found that kind of interesting because in a way it is, but in a way it isn't. Um, when you think about it more, when you do some more critical thinking and stuff like that. So I just found that kind of interesting to think about. Um, then we get a Carol and Sis um, skit, which is always a good time. Their stuff is when they do Carol and Sis skits, it's always really relatable to uh, a typical scenario that most people have found themselves in at one point or another. Now, this could be, within your own family or group of friends or know somebody that this happens to. So, um, it's just really funny. And then you get the oldest joke in the books and stuff like that when it comes to these type of skits, which I don't mind at all. Again, it comes down to um, how well you're able to execute the oldest joke in the book. It's like, like the famous joke of what do you call a dog with no legs? Uh, and so I'll let you guys figure out what you call a dog with no legs and see what you guys come up with in the comments. But because I just want to see what you guys um come up with as far as that goes. Just because I think it would be interesting to see the different answers um that you guys have um for that. And then we get after that we go to um the wonderful world of women, which is in the next episode, episode 26. Um, I I I liked this skit. I really did, but it requires your knowledge of what's going on in the world and who these people are. It reminds me of VIP a lot, which I really like, and I really like when you guys tell me, you know, kind of where these people sat on different sides of either a debate or just life in general. That way I get some more context. Um, but what actually happens in the skit itself is stuff that has been done before or will be done after this skit airs to varying degrees of success. So, like the pouring of the coffee on the dress, the kind of mean but or the niceness but also kind of mean comments, even though they're saying it nicely. Uh, that stuff has been done before and will has been done after. So I just find that very very interesting in itself. Um, so with so it was kind of um, but it's interesting. And my thing is with this one, you really would have to be there at the current time in order to understand it fully. But you don't have to understand basically um the the I want to say the gravitas of the situation, but or the gravity, but the gravity of the situation, but you can always get that. You just won't get the basically the context of the two women that has have actually existed and probably do still exist. I would imagine that they are still alive at this point, um, unless they were, you know, older, but still. Um, let's see, and then we had the Transylvania one, 1931. Um, I really liked it because it was mainly a parody of how they speak, really slow, really monotone, and really round um, the tones. And um, if you guys haven't seen it, I do have a video up on my channel uh, from Dracula 1931. So it goes, so that voice and the monotone and stuff like that um, has even been introduced in the 30s. I and I'm pretty sure that I know that there's older ones that I need to check out. I mean, I think this Dracula has been there since like 1917 or 1918. So I wonder when the voice got introduced, even though they didn't have um talkies back in 17 and 18 and stuff like that. I wonder when somebody decided that that was going to be how Dracula's Dracula speaks um moving forward. So that would be kind of interesting to know. But it was mainly trying to help um I forget the name of her character, but Carol's character with her roundedness tones, and I like the nod to uh, Igor, or as I like to call it, Igor. Ever since I watched Young Frankenstein, which is up on the channel uh, now, you guys can go back and watch that after you get done watching this video. But I really did enjoy that, um, as far as that's concerned. Um, then we had the Goodnight Kiss, which was funny, but not funny in a kind of a weird way. It's to me anyway. It was. Why would you have that type of reaction anyway? And then for the narrator to come on and say, um, "He kissed you once, but will he kiss you again?" And I don't know if if I would want to kiss him again if I was in uh, the lady's position, honestly. But that's something that uh, you ladies would have to tell me. Would you actually be willing to kiss him again? So I guess that's the question. There is, would you actually kiss him again or not? Um, and then I do like the song, the waltz song quite a bit. Um, at times they were, speaking words and speaking English, and then other times they were just uh, scatting, as I would phrase it. It's probably not scatting, and somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it's just like bebop and doo doo and la 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 or fa so la ti do, that type of stuff. Um, so but I did find it interesting, and it made me think about this in particular, and this has during the reaction and after when editing it, which is waltz is probably the one dance that everyone can do just by observing other people doing it. Um, Now that may sound kind of condescending and kind of arrogant to say that, but at the same time, I think if you watch enough people doing the waltz, I think naturally, just by observing it, you could actually do the waltz. Whereas other forms of dance, it would take a while. For example, like um, the Charleston, the Macarena, um, a few others, um, the jive, the salsa, um, and that sort of thing. So I think with with it being the waltz, and I actually do like the waltz because I think it is very simple and um, very easy to pick up. But that's just kind of my take on the waltz. So it's and of course you can only learn by observing so much for the waltz, but actually doing it, you'll pick up a lot more technique and fine technique. If I do say so myself. Um, just because you watch a baseball game doesn't mean that you know everything about baseball. So, is what I'm trying to say there. But for the most part, you'll understand the fundamentals. Is what I'm trying to say. when it comes to watch just by observing, I think. Um, with that, guys, I think that's everything that I wanted to cover in this video. Yes, I know that it took me a long time to make or to actually um, put part 8 together, and I'm getting back into the swing of making videos again. So you can expect that part 9 and part 10 will be up very, very soon. I'm not planning to um, basically have a 3-month hiatus again anytime soon. And even if I was, I would probably tell you guys that um, that I'm going to. It's just due to other circumstances that I, um, you know, uh, wasn't able to. So anyway, with that, um, that kind of breaks down the episodes and stuff like that, and what I liked, what I didn't like, and what I thought of the skits and the the stuff that I, thought of during the skits. But do let me know if um you enjoyed this content and would like to see me finish out the first season, because I'm more uh I want to finish out the first season. Um I am still going to continue with other series as well, but this is just my thoughts on the Carol Burnett show for part 8. With that, do consider like, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you, guys.